All right, we just saw Logan. We just left the movie, and it was amazing.
Near perfect.
It was. You know what I think? What's important about it is, one, I mean, obviously Logan is great. Hugh Jackman's great.
Yeah, I mean the Wolverine series is one of my favorites.
Yeah, but I also think having a good villain is something I was thinking about. Like they have if the movie has a really good villain, it's almost as important as having a really good.
It's true, but the villain's not what shines, and we don't want to give you a spoiler or anything. It's just an incredibly sincere, violent.
Very, very. It was like it was like horror movie violence.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Brilliant choreography and like the action. It was just like sincere.
It had like kind of like it wasn't like a feel of like a Western, obviously, because it's very bleak. Mm-hmm. That's like, I would say the tone of the whole movie is bleak with a little bit of levity, but mostly very dark and bleak.
Very dark. I mean, it's R-rated, so like you really get your bang for your buck in that sense. But it was so. Just go see it. Like you can't really
people
talk
are gonna
more
go
about
see
it.
I think the one thing I'm mad about is I have to wait like 2 more weeks to go see it again. Like I gotta wait to see it again. That's the only thing I'm really mad about. No, it's if you are like somebody obviously who like has watched the X-Men series and been really invested, you're gonna be super moved. Even if you haven't and don't, like, you're like kind of like, well, you've seen some of the movies or not.
This is unlike any Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like Avengers is like, it's just very colorful and there's no stakes in a lot of those movies.
There's no consequence for any violence.
It's
the X-Men series kind of like sometimes, especially the Wolverine movies, tend to like kind of like step a degree towards realism, but it's not ever realistic. This is sincere. This is a very thoughtful, sort of violent superhero movie.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's like you kind of like, oh, do we need to have a bunch of like other because it's always been like, you know, even though Wolverine's been a star, a bunch of other X-Men to kind of fill it out. And I mean, Hugh Jackman's a really great actor.
Yeah.
You know, Patrick Stewart. I forget. I know who plays X-23 is
Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah's. Spoiler!
It's amazing.
Oprah's in it. Sorry, guys. Oprah comes in and just you know, she has the power to be like, I know what book to recommend you.
And then she
happy.
like has all the X-Men lift up their airplanes and there's cars underneath them.
Yeah, it's very, very So don't. There's a lot of Oprah in this movie.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very, very bleak, and I don't know. It's like it's a departure from the X-Men movies.
I mean, I wouldn't even like. Yes, it's in the X-Men.
It's better than Apocalypse. We kind of like Apocalypse.
I like that movie.
Yeah, we kind of like. I like all.
Don't use our love of Apocalypse against us in this review, but it's not even in this. It's in the same universe, but it's not even on the same level. It's next level shit, guys.
Yeah, I mean. It's like if Nightmare on Elm Street was all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
He's so pedantic. He's just like thinking because there's a bunch of like hand knives. That's the only reason you're thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, but there's so much much violence, which I think is really great because especially like a lot of Marvel movies. I won't say the TV shows. The TV shows I think are really good with the violence. The Netflix shows are good with the violence, but like Avengers.
No,
I mean,
in all those movies, you punch somebody or you hit somebody and like they don't you know, they're like, oh
yeah, it's like I'm covered in dirt, like a rock fell on me, but I can still just lift it off and just go on to the next one. But go see obviously, I mean, you're gonna see it anyway, like you don't need us.
It's so good.
I mean, I guess there was a slight chance of it like not being good, but James Mangold's a really good director. I mean, Hugh Jackman's a good actor. The character is great. It's different. It was well thought out. It was really important. It's emotional.
Definitely.
I mean, if you're not sad, then I don't know. I guess you like the bad guys to win. That's what I guess you like. I guess you like the bad guys winning. Great. Good for you. Well, hey, subscribe. I'm going to do some more movie reviews with you, right?
Yeah, Fences.
Yeah, Fences comes up next, everybody. Bye.